Awesome. Well, obviously this is new for me too. It's a new program altogether, and their Facebook page actually are only has like, I don't know, like 80 or 90 likes, but I predict that this is going to be huge. I think that because it is a huge time saver. Before I was tracking everything on an Excel spreadsheet. So my my tracking looked like this. So I had people's names. I had exported it into an Excel spreadsheet, all of my friends lists from Facebook. And, I just did something very simple where, in this column here, I would say, okay, I'm going to follow up with them next month. And then my idea was I would organize that column and say, okay, this month, this is who I'm going to be in contact with. But for whatever reason, it didn't get put into the column correctly. I didn't organize it right, and people got skipped. And I would go back through my messages and I would say, oh my goodness, this person was really interested, and I completely dropped the ball on it. And then I would just be like sick to my stomach because I was like, well, there's 2 points that I could have had, but now I don't. So Teamzy came along, and if you're in a field anywhere that does any sort of marketing, they have what's called like a leads program a lot of times. And the guy that made this program, actually, he was in real estate, I believe. And so he was no stranger to any sort of like leads program. So he decided, since he's a Beachbody coach, that he was going to make a program that he could organize everything. So this program is not just a leads program. It is specifically a program for Beachbody because he is a coach. So I'm going to screen share what it looks like when you very first sign up. You just go to Teamzy, TEAMZY.com, and then you just enter your email address and then make like a password. And this is the screen that you're going to get. Why are you not? There it goes. Okay, so it's going to start you off with a setup wizard, and don't skip the setup wizard because this is how I figured out how to do this. Of course, we're recording this so you can come back to it and watch this, or he does have YouTube videos as well. So you can watch those YouTube videos, which is what I did. So what's really cool is it says, what in the next 12 months, where do you want to be for what you want to make in Beachbody? And, be realistic, but don't short yourself either. So I said I wanted to make $60,000. And how many coaches do I already have? I'm not sure. I have like 7 working, we'll say. So that just breaks it down to how many people you need to contact each day in order for you to reach my goal of $60,000. Okay. So it even goes into finding out your why, because, we preach over and over again, what is your why? Tell your why, share your why online, as part of your journey. And when I tell my challengers, even like when you feel like giving up that day, you need to look at your why. So you'll just type it in, and I don't know if I can skip this right now. Let's see if I can. Okay. So just type all that good stuff in. It does show it on the dashboard, so it's totally worth doing. It's worth having in one place. And then, so this is the part where you're going to be importing contacts. So this is really important. You don't want to skip any of this. So you can import your contacts from Facebook, and then you can import contacts from your Coach Online office, which is really awesome. So for Facebook, let's see here.
Is this what is taking the most time? Because this is where it's taking me a lot of time.
Yeah.
And for some of you newer coaches, like I feel like to set it up now, it won't take a lot of time. Sorry, I'm interjecting, but
you're fine.
It's more like Carrie, Morgan, Amanda, myself. I mean, I've been in the business. It'll be 2 years in February. So I've got hundreds of people that I'm trying to sort through. Whereas if you're just starting, you're only going to have, your list of 20 that you've invited, or, 50 or 100, whatever it is, your few customers that you're organizing and getting it set up. So they'll be input as you go.
Yeah. So if you don't have this on your computer or for your Facebook, you need to get it. It gets me every single time. Don't get distracted by Facebook. I will go to my newsfeed and be like, okay, I'm going to scroll never mind. And then I go back to work. So anyways, if you go, let's see if I can remember now. Okay. So this little arrow here, tell me if you're not tracking where I'm at. Okay. Up in the upper right-hand corner. and hopefully I do this right the first time so that I don't confuse anyone. So that I went to that arrow at the upper right-hand corner, I went down to settings. So if you're taking notes, arrow, settings, then over here, download a copy of your Facebook data. And that is going to prompt you to start my archive. You're going to enter your password and then you're going to push submit. And what that's going to do is it's going to say, okay, we're going to email you when we've downloaded your friends list or your archive. It's not just your friends list. It's like everything. It's kind of creepy actually. So then in about like 15, 20 minutes, it takes a while, you're going to get a message that says, okay, we've downloaded it. So then what you're going to do, can you guys see my desktop?
It's still on Facebook.
Okay. I have to like reshare, I guess.
Yeah.
What is a whiteboard? I don't even know. Desktop. Try that. Can you see my desktop now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So then when you download it from your email, I think you type in your password and you download, it comes up with here it is, a zipped file. So it's going to be like Facebook - your name. And then what you want to go into, I believe, is HTML here. And then you're going to pull the one that says friends. What I always work from my desktop so I can find files. So I pull it out to my desktop. And sorry if you do Apple, I don't know Apple, so you're on your own there. So there's your friends file right here, okay?
You're like, sorry, I don't do that.
Yes, sorry about that. I don't know anything.
But YouTube videos will have it too.
Yeah, if you go to his YouTube video, it's explaining, stepping you through everything, just like I am right now too. Right, so I got to go back to. Too bad it doesn't just screen share automatically with where I'm at. Okay.
I don't know.
Stop screen share.
There's a way to do it, but I'm not that tech savvy.
Okay. So now you're going to find that file on your desktop. And I know it looks weird because it's not like a Word document or it's not like, an Excel document. It is an HTML, but it works. Watch it not work. Okay. So let's see. I think that it did it. Okay. So now it says show mapping and it needs to have something in each of them. And as long as it does, it's going to accept it. If it doesn't, I'll try to show you an example of that in a few minutes. Then you need to make it so that it has something in it, even if it says unknown. But here it says first name, last name, and email. So we're good to go. And as you can see, it's creating 250 of 1,209 contacts right now. So it's going to take a couple minutes. You good so far? Any questions so far?
And I know it's a lot of info, but I think it's a really good topic. Going into the new year, one of my resolutions before the new year is to get organized. I've been decluttering. I actually just removed myself from a ton of group chats that are going on. I'm trying to refocus our team so that it's simplified because there's so much. Oh my gosh, sorry, I have a hair on my face. There's so much distractions, and I just really want to help, lead by example for our team to just hone in on what's important, and our customers and, follow-ups. That is our bread and butter, running these challenge groups, finding people that need our help and making sure you're really there to help them. That is what we do as coaches.
Right. And if you,
so organizing this is kind of boring team call stuff, but this is, a way to simplify your life. If you're working a full-time job, if you've got kids, you've got other stuff going on.
That, and if you drop the ball, even with a current customer, they're not checking in as much and they're not on your radar because they're not in your face. They're not asking you questions. They're not participating in the group. But if you drop that ball, what that's going to tell them is, they don't really care about me.
I bought something now.
Right, their coaching style is not for me, and they're not going to run and tell all their friends this is an awesome program, this is an awesome coach. So it's important, and this program tells you not only to follow up with prospects, but it tells you to follow up with your customers, and it tells you to follow up with your downline. And so sorry if my downline is watching, but every time I talk to you, I track it in here. You know, I don't want to forget about you, and not that you guys are not important to me. It's just with this business, there is so much to it, you know, and I have a
you're learning and
of it. Yeah. I have, you know, now I'm pulling my business over to Pinterest. So I'm going a million different directions. So if I don't track it somewhere, I will forget. And it's not that I don't love you guys. It's just the way that it is.
But it's when you log on, then you know where to start, you know where you're going, and you know what you need.
Exactly. And it tells you exactly where to go. So this is important because the way that this guy does it is he has you rank it. And when you rank somebody, then it automatically puts in a time period. So people who are ranked 5 stars, you're going to follow up with more often than someone who is ranked a 4-star. You're not going to follow up with as much 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star. Right now, they don't have it so that you don't follow up with them at all, because that is someone who is just like, get out of my face, go away. I'm not going to talk to you. You don't want to have any contact with them, but they're there because sometimes people will give you a hard no, and then they'll come back and be like, okay, well, yeah, I need your help. So they are still on the list, and that's important for them to still be on your list. So you're going to go through and you're going to rank each and every single person. And what I personally did is, because right now I'm concentrating on only women, as I went through and put all the men as 1s, because maybe later down the road I will open it up to marketing to men, but right now I'm just personally am not. Then for me, what I did was 2-star is somebody that I've spoken to, but they said, no, thank you, not right now. 3-star is somebody I haven't talked to. 4-star is somebody that said, I'm interested. Yeah, okay, maybe. And then 5-star is somebody who's a really awesome customer or coach. So you go through and you rank those. So, and now I'm going to stop the screen share because I'm going to show you what mine actually looks like all set up. Oh, I want to show you one other thing first, though, because that was how to upload from Facebook. Is there any questions from that? Because that, to me, is the most confusing portion of the whole thing. So if you have that, you've got the worst part out of the way.
I was stuck on that, but I used YouTube. So let's move forward. And then if people are doing this in the moment, make sure to ask in the business chat or ask in the team page, and we'll make sure you get a YouTube video, or we can try to troubleshoot as you're going.
Hold on. I'm just looking to see where I can get back to
like
the upload. Okay, I'm not sure, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so when you go to Team Beachbody, this is how to download from there. I'm on Explorer, so it's being extremely slow.
We need the Jeopardy timer, like doo-doo.
I know. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me do it in Chrome because it is faster. I know you're not seeing it right now, but that's okay because I'll share it just a sec. So when you get to your online office, what you're going to do is you're going to download a list of all of your current coaches, and you're going to download a list of all of your current customers. And then those are going to be uploaded into that same screen that we did before. So I'm just logging into my Coach Online office, and I'll share that screen with you guys here.
And then you rate those, correct? I'm still on Facebook.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
So you would go through the same process of...
You go through the exact same process. The way that you download it. Why do I have a strange amount of Success Club points? Anyway, okay. Yeah, I have one more Success Club point, but I don't know where it came from. Okay. I'm just trying to get to the right screen here. Okay, let me screen share this with you. Stop share.
I don't know why why we have to do that. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Here we go. So, okay. Can you see it? See my Coach Online office now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the same for when you download your coaches and when you download your customers. You go through the exact same steps. So you can download your full, like, geographical. Be careful not to do that, because that is going to be a whole bunch of people that you don't know, and you don't want them on your list, because those are somebody else's customers, and it's just going to confuse you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that. I would go to personally sponsored coaches, and then what you do is you drop down right here and you go down and you tell it that you want to export it as an Excel file, and then you export it. It saves down here, and again, what I do is I pull everything out to my desktop. You go to that screen. Do you guys remember that screen where I just uploaded it? So then you just search for that Excel file, you upload it, and then you rate it.
So you go into that screen, you look at Excel, and then you'll find it there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So just as long as you have that Excel file somewhere that you know where it is, and you can upload it to that screen. I remember it prompting me to upload again, so I'll have to look for that. But if you look around, you will find, and I'll look too. Okay, so this now is my Teamzy that is all set up with my business. And as you can see, usually I do my business activity in the evening after the kids go to bed. So that's why it's showing 0, 0, and 0. It's not that I haven't been talking to people all day, because usually during the day I work on my phone, and then in the evening I work on my computer. So I have been talking to people on my phone during the day. So I can just go back into my phone and track who I've talked to. But so the dashboard is really the main screen once you have everything all set up that you're going to be concentrating on. Because what is cool is that, so for my $60,000 a year, it's telling me that I need to contact 5 prospects per day. I'm going to be talking to 3 customers each day, and I'm going to talk to 2 of my coaches. And then I need
is that like if specifically you need to talk to people in your left leg?
No, just.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, 2 people. Yeah. 2 people left for the day. And
I
then
have glasses on, and I literally only saw left under the
That's funny.
Okay, never mind.
Not quite that specific, but
it was like
and
a
then I
gray
need
hair,
to
not
add
even a
one
blonde
person.
woman. That was like
So what's really cool is who's up next, and this is where what I love is I don't even have to think about it, because I used to scroll through my friends list. I used to scroll through my messages and be like, okay, who do I need to follow up with?
like, you're next.
And I'm like, well, I don't know. What do I scroll through my newsfeed and see who shows up and target them? I don't know. So I don't even have to like have a rhyme or reason to it. It's right here.
Yeah.
So, I take this person and I've rated them a 3. So I'm not going to see probably many 2s in here. I'm not going to see any 1s in here. I'm going to see 3s, 4s, and 5s only. So, and then I just go over to my Facebook and
type their name.
I look this person up. What's her name? Okay. So I look this person up. There's a few things that I look for when I look at my friends. I scroll down their page just a little tiny bit, make sure that they're not a Beachbody coach, because that would be embarrassing. I look to see also if they're like an It Works or Plexus or anything else. To me, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to contact them, but that means I'm going to use a different approach when I talk to them. So this person is obviously somebody that I know from when I was selling Jamberry. And so then I just, I hit the messages, and have I talked to this person before? Only about Jamberry stuff. So I'm going to send them a cold invite. So I'll just copy, paste my cold invite. I come back over here and I push the connect button. And then it says, how did you contact this person? So did you text message them? Did you talk to them on Instagram? And for me, it's 99% of the time, it's a Facebook message. There's email, phone, personal note, in person. And so then what I'm going to say is, it was a cold invite. And now for me, if it's a cold invite and they don't respond to me, it's probably, if it's at the beginning of the month, I'm probably not going to contact them until the following month. Or if, say, you've cold invited them for a free clean eating group, but you have a challenge group coming up, maybe it's 2 weeks. But for me, what I have been doing is I looked at my calendar and, we're like a week and a half away from the end of the month.
Yes.
So what I'm doing right now is I am messaging people a cold invite, and then I'm going to message them the last couple of days of the month, and I'm going to say, hey, 21 Day Fix is going off. It's not going to be on sale anymore. So if you want this, you need to grab it up. So I'm going to tell them that I want to follow up with them in a week. And then I push complete. And what that does is that puts them in a queue for 1 week from now. It will be under right here. You can see follow-ups. So I need to contact this person. A few days ago, I've had a migraine, so I'm behind on my follow-ups. So it will put them under this, under who's next. Okay. So this is your dashboard still. So now it says I've contacted one person. I guess I need to make sure that I actually go message her now since it's in my stuff. So that will keep track of that. So I just go down the line. I go prospects, talk to each of these people. Now, if it's someone like, for example, like this is my cousin, and I know that right now she's busy with other things. I know that right now I try and keep it few and far in between trying to sell to my own family. So if it's something like that, you can just skip them for a week or however long you want to. If you need to skip somebody, that's okay. And I'll just pop somebody else up in here. So you can see my activity. I was really high for a couple of days. I got sick. I had a migraine. And then you can see what I've been doing. So you can see if you're consistent. Down here, you can say, okay, I did my post today. I did my personal development today. I did my workout. And I did my shake. So you're making sure that you're being a product of the product every day. And here's your why. So it's right there, ready for you. If you need to look at it or update it. So then, like I said, I go across to customers, coaches, follow-ups. So I go across this and I go down my list. And, there's many nights that I do at least what it asks me to. And there are many nights that I do more. Usually I try and push more, So if there's somebody, once in a while I'll get a message from somebody. It's like, hey, I've been seeing your post. I'm interested in what you're doing. What are you doing? Then if someone does that and they're not on your list anywhere, then you can just search them. And Bree's a 1-star because she is a coach. So I'm not ever going to ask her if she wants to join one of my challenge groups.
Invite me.
Sorry, you're 1-star. So then,
So then you could just change their rating so that they get in the queue.
Yep, you can. Yeah. So if someone earlier has said, don't ever contact me, but then they're like, okay, well, I need help, which does happen sometimes.
Right.
And so from here, you can push, I've made the sale. You can say, this is a prospect. I can say, hey, this person's a coach. And then it gets more specific saying, is this a personally sponsored coach? Is this one of your downline coaches? Or is this a coach on my team? So I can say she's a team.
Which will be helpful because that will help with us, our issues with, so many of us are friends with each other. Mm-hmm. And as our team grows, I know there's a lot of downline coaches going into our team, like adding me, and I might not have a mutual friend, but I don't want to friend them and start friending their friends because I'm taking away from their client base and their warm market and their friends list. Right. So it helps because when I reach out to them, they're like, oh, I'm Morgan Enz's downline, or, I'm Erin's coach. I can put in there and know, okay, this person's on our team. I might not connect with them as much as Erin does, but I can look in here when they pop up at any point and be like, okay, I don't want to invite this person. I don't need to talk to this person as a customer. And so it'll help kind of eliminate that.
Yeah, and another thing I do that I'm going to bring up too is when I scroll down somebody's page, I also take a look at this person. It says we have 27 mutual friends, and I scroll down and I make sure that there's not another Beachbody coach that is a mutual friend with them, because if there is, I'm going to assume that A, they have already talked to them, or B, that they are planning to, it's going to pop up on their screen and they're going to talk to them. So I try and not touch people who are mutual friends. So, like Amanda and I, we went to high school together, so we had tons of mutual friends. So as I came across people, she was a coach before me, I assume that she's getting to these people. As I'm adding friends, I'm making sure that you guys aren't friends with them, you know, because I don't want to, it's not a race. You know what I mean? It's not a race to
There's
see who gets to
plenty
this
of people
person
in the
first.
world to help.
Right, exactly. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else. There is this promote button. It actually has templates that you can use. So I'm thinking you can, I haven't played with this much. I'm thinking you can probably go in and make your own template for cold invites and stuff like that, which will be pretty cool.
So it's a
Just,
lot like our files in our team page, but you could have them right there to grab.
it's all in one place.
I
It's
love
so
that.
awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
And then the business tab is if you want to change your goal. Um,
When you're like, 60,000, I really just don't think I want to ever make that kind of money.
yeah, terrible. Maybe you want to increase it. I don't know. And then there's the university. And so, of course, this is, there's a community here. If you are planning on doing the beta testing, that you can go in and ask questions and say, hey, I found a bug. Like, for example, usually this program, I believe, overwrites, like if you have someone on your friends list and then you've downloaded someone from your coach online office, ideally it combines those people so that you don't have 5 of one person. And I think there was a bug with that at one point in time, and so they're fixing that.
Yeah, I think I heard because people have their Facebook name different as than when they sign up sometimes.
That makes sense.
So like
Yeah.
I will have say like Carrie was like Carrie and her middle name as her Facebook name, and then it was Carrie Rouse, or say it was like her maiden name and then her wedded name is what she signed up with, you know, so it could probably, you know, get it confused that way. Or if someone uses a different email than what's on their Facebook, it can just kind of create 2 accounts or 2 people.
Okay. Yeah, that makes total sense. So little things like that. If you see any bugs, just let them know. Just go to their Facebook page. They responded to me really quickly today. Very friendly. So, and of course, you can ask me. I think that's pretty much it. There's the team here. That's another way to get to, you know, if you want to take a look at who, like, here's all, which is absolutely everybody, prospects, customers, and coaches. But if I want to just take a look at my coaches, like here, obviously these are discount coaches, and like I wish I had that many working coaches, but this is all of my discount and working coaches. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. What questions do you guys have?
Let's stop screen share because I have.
Okay.
There we go. Cool. No, that was super helpful. Does anyone have questions?
My mind's blown.
Hopefully it's not confusing blown.
In
Hopefully
a good way?
Yeah.
In a good way, yeah.
Okay, good.
It's much like when I set up Gmail, guys. Like, it took me so long to figure out Gmail, and it seems so simple, like, oh, set up an email account. But I took the time to like input all my customers. I took the time to create emails that I could save. They're called canned responses. So when I get an Instagram interest, I can take their email and go into my Gmail and shoot them an email easier than like, okay, type out another email. So like I took the time to set it up, but now it runs like clockwork. Like I can go in and do my emails. I can cover 20 to 30 emails in 10 minutes, whereas before it was taking me like an hour to do emails. So this is kind of the same thing when you're going in, like Morgan said, you're going in for follow-ups on your Facebook. You're not blindly shooting and opening Messenger and going, who do I talk to, and scrolling and like going your friends list and like, oh, I think that's a coach. I think that person said no. I don't know what am I doing. You have a plan of attack. So when you go in, you're not even bothered with Facebook. Again, shut down your news feed. I've posted that in our team page. It needs to be a file and written like in bold print, like shut down your news feed, because I've been in this business a year and a half and I still get caught up when I'm on my phone scrolling my news feed. Like I'll be in the car or sitting on the, like just like my computer in front of me trying to work and I'm on my phone like scrolling. Like You have got to not scroll because it just is such a time sucker. And if you're wanting to be a six-figure earner in this business, or you even want, part-time income or pay for your Shakeology, like that can be done like that if you're focused and have this organization in place. So I'm really, really excited about this. I think it's huge.
It is awesome. And another thing I wanted to bring up too was this can actually be a resume builder, because if for some reason you don't do Beachbody anymore and you're applying for a job, say you want to do some sort of marketing or nonprofit, a lot of times they'll ask you, do you have any experience with any leads programs? And you can say yes. Of course, they're not going to know what Teamzy is because it's a Beachbody specific program, but a lot of the leads programs act in the same way. This is actually a lot more user-friendly than a leads program that I'm being introduced to at my new position with Big Brothers Big Sisters. But you can put this on your resume. This is all real life stuff. It's awesome.
Yep. And remember, guys, none of us are like social marketing gurus. Like, this is all stuff that any of us can do, and we all are just getting through it. Like, Morgan's a lot more tech savvy than I am, but she probably would be like I still kind of like have my moments. But we're all learning it together. Like, we all, trust me when I say that we all go to YouTube and we're like, or Google, like how to set up a, like type out the question and you're Googling. Like, we all do that. There's no stupid question in this, because trust me, like I've said, I've done notebooks with follow-ups. I've done spreadsheets. I've done Google documents. I've done all sorts of stuff. So we're all learning. And if you have questions, like, do not hesitate to ask in the business chat, ask in the team page. It can be frustrating. You can feel like, why is this so difficult? Like, I feel like it should be so easy. Because it's not. Like, every day I open my computer, I'm like, how do I turn it on? I don't know how to turn on. Just kidding. Anyway, any other questions? Cool. All right. So if you have questions later down the road, just, ask in the team chat before you blow up Morgan's Messenger. A few things that I wanted to go over. Thank you so much, Morgan. That was really helpful. It helped me kind of like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm excited to set mine up. That's my weekend project. But a few things I wanted to go over going into Thanksgiving and the end of the month, and then we have one more month, and then it's a new year, so y'all should be excited and pumped. I know for a lot of you, this month has just like sucked the life out of you. Like, why is this so hard? Why is Success Club not happening? Why are people saying no? Why are people blocking me? I don't get it. And I just want to remind you that we're all getting that same feedback. It's not just you. Every single one of us have hit a wall like 50,000 times more than usual. And I just want to remind you that we're all going through that. So I know, we've been talking in the team chat. I've been posting questions for you guys in our leaderboard. I'm part of the central leaderboard group page. I think some of you guys are too. Carrie, I don't know if you're part of a regional page. I'm just going to add you to the central page. But I just asked, what are people saying? What are some things that you're doing for invites? And I got a lot of the same response. Like, I know it's hard, like people aren't responding. So I'm getting it all over the board that people are getting that. And to just know that we're all dealing with that, and you just got to push through. And we're here for each other. It's going to take a lot more work, but I know it can be done. I've done, Success Club month and month and month and month again, and it just means inviting more people. And then the last thing is sneak peek starts on Monday. I'll have the group up tomorrow. We'll add people in Sunday night to do introductions for everybody, and then we'll get started Monday. So it's a 3-day sneak peek look into what Beachbody coaching is. I just made a video that I'm going to be posting tonight. It's too late. Probably tomorrow about it, so you can follow that. Or just look at other top coaches or people on our team, what they've posted about the sneak peek, and create one for yourself and invite people, anybody that's been interested in the coaching opportunity, invite people to it and add them to it, because it's free. It's just chatting about what coaching is, what we do. All right, so less than a minute left. We're probably going to get cut off, but that is it. Yeah, okay, that's all on my notes. So stay in contact. Let's help each other through this month. Success Club is not something to give up on, because that's the growth in your business. you're going to be able to see it by helping those people. So find those people. There are people out there that are ready to jump into this. We just got to find them. It takes a little more work. All right. I'm going to have this recorded so you can go back through it. And I'll send it to you, Morgan, and post it. Everybody knows the calls are recorded and posted on my YouTube channel under the playlist Team Calls. So they're all right there for you. All righty. Night, guys.
Night.
See you later.
Bye.